We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. You got three. Three down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
25, check 20. Protein spell. Shoot.
Off play action. Gruber into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down. Costello. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 19-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Kill. 80 weapon. Kill. Turn up.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6-6, pull it high.
Off the play fake. Gruber steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gruber, he's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! A 71-yard punt return. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
The kicker on for the point after.
And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Gruber. He is going to find Hill here. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Silver.
General West. Rock it. Hey, Haywood.
On second down, it's Hill, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Gruber. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Ready, break.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. On first down, Costello. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a give, right side. It's Turner, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here goes set. 30 base. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Charlie.
Under 10, 10. Say.
Deep grip.
On first and 10, Costello. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Stay with your man. 80 weapon. 52. Go. Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
On second down now, it's Turner, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Check safety. Switch.
Hurry. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Set, 8, read. 61, matchbox, white.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Turner. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Hey, box truck. 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
I'm scared.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. I got one. Now.
Operating from the gun. Costello eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gruber flush to his right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man is Galladay, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off play action. Gruber. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's complete to Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, Delta.
Off the play fake. Gruber. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
80 weapons.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Zoo.
Watch the run. Watch the run. At 25 to Mike.
2nd and 5. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Turner. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Gruber. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
From the gun, Gruber. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Michael Thomas, 79 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go, go.
36.
Greystone, travel.
34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him.
Operating from the gun. Gruber. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Show team, spill. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Los Angeles.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
80 West, Lee Griffin.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
43 for Mike. Come on.
Hey, Sam off.
Check, check. Lucky. Go.
Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They come up in an offset eye.
Yeah.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Get it.
On first and goal, Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Check, 43.
14, run it.
Tighten up.
Gun.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Man out. Check 99.
Go. Ready?
Now a give right side. It's Turner, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a fourth and goal.
4 yards. It's now 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Come on,
and in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Gruber. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hey, Orbit.
On 4th down, Gruber. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Topper.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hey, Alpha.
Operating from the gun, Costello. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
We got 25 the mic.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son.
Look at me. Zip, grip.
From the gun, Costello getting this into the hands of Turner. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
25 the mic. We're going.
Operating from the gun, Costello. That's complete to Turner. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now a give right side. Turner. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Rams, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.